Yeah, it's just been an uncomfortable day. I just like,
It's real
why
close,
would you?
isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, you were like in full fucking autumnal weather.
And what I was, like I said, I wasn't really functioning on all cylinders when I woke up this morning. I was a bit groggy.
You had full trainers on,
I know.
tight trousers.
I know. Although I don't like driving long distances in flip-flops or sandals.
No, I agree.
Because my foot cramps. It's very weird. I don't know.
I just think sometimes I try and move my foot onto the brake and the flip-flop stays there.
Yes.
Quite scary, isn't it? Like, oh,
Or,
fuck.
have you ever had it where it goes inside the top?
Oh, I've done that with heels where it like gets underneath and you're like, shit, we're definitely gonna die.
Yeah, I can't move.
Can't handle that. That's well scary. Yeah, I can't drive in heels. I don't know how anyone can.
Well, it's when you see these housewives get out of their Bentleys and their Rolls Royces and they've like got a stacked hip. I'm like, what are you doing?
Ow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of They're Not Even Real Housewives, though. So Jenny and I are back. We're back in our houses. I am back from holiday, and you are about to go on holiday.
I am.
It's different vibes, isn't it? I was in the rainy Lake District.
Yeah, this is true. But the Lake District is still nice, isn't it?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
I've never been. It's on my list.
Oh my God, you should go. You would love it.
I know. I do love a lovely walk by a lake.
Yeah, and Mike would love it because it's like little Canada.
Yeah. That's the thing. I look at pictures and I'm like, we should really go here. It's
They
just a
invented
really
sticky
long
toffee
drive.
pudding there.
Huh?
They invented sticky toffee pudding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it wasn't an accident. It was like a formula. Like if you've been for a long walk, this is what you should have.
Well, that makes it, and a nice pint or something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. Top tips. Visit the Lake District. I mean, I don't think they need advertising. I think people know, but
yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
right.
Tourism.
This is an advert. This is a paid post. So it's been has it been a fortnight?
No, it's been a week.
It's been a week. Has it?
No, it hasn't. It's been 2 weeks of episodes, I think. No.
It's been I think it's been a fortnight.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Have you got any words on the streets? What's the haps?
I do have some words on the streets.
Tell me.
So, first word on the street is the Salt Lake City trailer dropped.
Season 4? Season 3? What is it?
Season 4.
Season 4.
And
Mary's back.
Mary's back. And Heather asks her if she thinks she looks inbred. And Mary looks her clean in her face and says yes.
Well, the thing is,
this is after she walks into what I assume is Meredith Mark's shop and was like, who farted? Like, I know she's a racist piece of shit. I understand that she is a horrible human being, but no one makes TV like Mary M. Cosby, and I am so excited.
Is there an argument that she's like equally prejudiced to everybody?
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't discriminate for discrimination.
No, because Heather looks completely fucking Aryan, doesn't she? And she doesn't like her.
Well, that's because she's inbred.
I mean, this is my point, right? While it's not a nice thing to say to somebody that they look inbred, she's not wrong. Is she?
You're going to hell for that. You're wrong for that. You are wrong for that. But I don't disagree. But yeah, so the new girl looks...
But is she full on or is she a friend of?
She's a friend of.
She's a friend of, and there's a new girl.
Monica.
And Angie K is back.
Cher is back.
Cher is back.
And something's happening with Cher's family. They're not happy. Rumours are being spread.
Oh,
the husband's pissed. Like, something's happening. New girl claims that she wants to fuck Seth and John Barlow.
Oh.
And then I heard rumours as well that the cast photos, or like, what do they do when they do this stuff, like the trunk stuff, before something airs and they shoot all the promos and stuff.
Yeah.
They had to Photoshop the new girl.
They don't look genuinely like they're together, do they?
No, because they didn't want to do it with the new girl. So apparently she's done something.
Shade.
But I'm here for her. She looks incredible. She's a hot mess.
I haven't really looked into her. I just saw them and then I just started thinking about Jen Shah and how she's getting on. And and how, and then I went down a bit of like a kind of rabbit hole in my mind of like how like Coach Shaw's had some life, right?
Yeah.
Because he was a footballer, and
Yeah.
and then
No,
he
he was a
was,
lawyer.
and no, and then he was a lawyer,
Oh,
and then he got with
went back to
her and
football.
became a coach, and then she had this, like, I just think that's some quite disparate things.
Yeah.
Why would you give up being a lawyer to coach football?
Passion, right?
I guess.
Less
Yeah, just,
stress, but I can't imagine it being less stressful
I
because
think
the
it probably
Americans
is well
take
stressful.
college
Yeah.
football really seriously.
Anyway, those were my thoughts. How's Coach Shah doing?
Oh, I don't know. He's probably not got a headache anymore 4 times a day when listening to her hear her scream all day.
She hasn't done any. I mean, obviously, it's not her, but there hasn't been any social media posting from her in a while.
Well, I mean, I would say that that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Do your
yeah,
time and then come back like
yeah,
I'm a reformed person.
yes,
I still want to know what her face looks like,
yeah, yeah. I'm intrigued.
minus all of like she's deflated, obviously, at this point.
Well,
And she's been in
yeah.
how long she been in for now?
I don't
Nine
know.
months? 8 months?
10 years. Who can tell?
Okay. And then my other word on the street is Gina and Shannon are going at it on social media.
Oh, they're not happy, are
They
they?
are pissed. But I can understand why Shannon's upset based on the shade that Gina threw in her confessionals this week. But yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm Team Shannon. I'll always be Team Shannon.
Okay. Interesting.
I love Gina. I do. But I think
But you think she's wrong here?
I do. I think she shouldn't have said what she said. And we'll get into it in a bit. But like the whole them talking about Shannon's relationship and trying to use Heather as a scapegoat has really
Yeah.
pissed me off.
It is quite shitty.
Like Heather's had private conversations with all of you individually, fine, but I think it was probably coming, she might have been bitchy in what she was doing and what she was saying, but then to go and bring it up on camera,
Yeah.
like you're doing that because you want to upset Heather. This has got fuck all to do with your concern with Shannon.
Yes, that's very true. But then I don't think Heather should really, like, she's like pretending to be surprised.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have.
Did we talk about Lenny last time we spoke?
That he's engaged to his mistress.
Yes.
I don't know if we did. I can't remember.
And she is all like, I don't cook and I don't clean, and yet I still got the ring. Like
Yeah,
in
but so
her
did
like
Lisa.
social media. But I just think I'm like, you're very brash in your engagement announcement to someone else's husband.
But Lisa didn't cook. Lisa didn't clean, and she still
Yeah.
got the ring.
Yeah, you're not special.
You're not special.
Did you see Lisa's like comment?
Yeah, congratulations on my husband and his mistress on their engagement. She won the internet that day. She won.
She did win.
I'm always really shocked by females, not even females, anyone who can be with a man who treats his wife and children in a bad way.
And like, you think that's not going to happen to you?
Exactly.
That, isn't it?
Like, I don't know. How you lose them is how you get them.
Yeah.
No, the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, what do you think is gonna? Yeah, why do you think you're so special?
Absolutely.
Like, if he's gonna treat the mother of his kids like that, what's he gonna do to you? He looks like the kind of man who's gonna die in a boating accident.
No, I reckon he's going to be a hunting accident.
Yeah, okay. I mean, now if he does, it's going to look like we've arranged it.
I know, right? Could you imagine having that much money to be able to afford to do that?
What, to shoot someone?
Yeah, to just get someone whacked off.
Get someone killed. Yeah, no, I don't have that much money.
I would like it noted. We were talking about it today. We have no money.
We were talking about how we had no money. We weren't talking about how we were going to kill people. You're going to get us in trouble.
Oh, yeah, shit, no. We were talking about how we didn't have any money.
Jesus Christ.
We're back. Have you missed us? Oh.
It was nice because we had a fortnight apart, but then we had a little pre-meet up. And then
we did. Rosie did my lashes today.
So
everybody.
yeah, we've like seen each other in real life.
Yeah, we did see each other in real life.
We've seen the chaos of my house in real life.
It's not. It's gonna look so good when it's done. I'm
I'm
loving the color schemes.
It's gonna be there when it's done. What should we start with?
Okay, so 3 air on the same day. So New York.
New York, yes. So, where did we leave off with New York? It was the Slumber Hamptons weekend.
It was.
Then we get up.
And she makes that shashuka. How'd you say it?
Well, she doesn't make shashuka, does she? Because she gets up and then they find out that Jenna has snuck out.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm thinking.
You're talking
I'm
about
on
this
this
week's
week.
episode.
Yeah, we've got loads to catch up on. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, it's all shashuka related, isn't it?
It's all shashuka. Well, so how do you feel about Jenna leaving? Do you think it was as big a deal as they make out to be?
I think it is rude to not say.
Not say bye. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could just say like, and I think it is a bit shitty. Like, this is like the first thing, isn't it? And you've not committed to it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it is a bit crappy.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel bad for Uber, who's like, I never stay in people's houses. I always stay in a hotel. And she's like, I'd rather fucking stay here.
Yeah.
And how shit for Erin. It is Erin, isn't it?
Whose house it is?
Yeah, like, and the
Yeah.
heating isn't working. I'm like, oh, what a fucking nightmare.
It just couldn't happen at a worse time, could it?
So bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So they don't make shashuka, and then I'm not really sure what happens.
The personal trainer arrives at some point.
Yeah, the
And
personal
Bryn
trainer arrives,
and
and then
Uber-
Bryn also arrives in her
Yeah.
like fur coat and like lets herself in.
And her tracksuit. Love that. That's giving diva
Hamptons
vibes.
Yeah.
My opinion of Bryn has changed considerably since this episode.
Since you found out her backstory?
Yeah, it just her behavior is a defense mechanism, and I see it now. Whereas I mean, not that I had any issues with her before, because I thought she was the perfect level of messy.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's going to go the same way Tamra's gone, which was my original fear. Because I don't think she's messy for messy's sake. I think she's a good time girl. I genuinely believe she's a good time, not in the way that it's used for prostitution, but like a good time girl, like, in the sense that I think she just wants to always be happy and laughing.
And to be surrounded by busy people.
Yeah, so I don't think she's going to go the same way as Tamra, but I've said that now, so she's going to come bite me in the ass, because her and Sai have fallen out.
Yep.
Why?
I can't keep up with why anybody is falling out. I've had a week off in the countryside and I don't understand anything.
Right, okay.
So, because they were like besties.
Yeah, she did the Brinsgiving and everything.
Yeah, I feel really uncomfortable about the Brinsgiving.
Why?
I just think it's like, I think it's all too heavy-handed, like too early on. Like they've all like watched The Housewives too much.
Yeah. I was listening to Lala's podcast driving to your house today, actually.
Yeah.
And she and her co-host, what's her name, Jessica or whatever, was saying it's given season 4 energy.
Yeah.
Like they've read the playbook, they understand the assignment, and they've come in hot. Like Salt Lake City first season wasn't given the same as, it was chaotic and it was a mess and it was a nightmare, so it kept us watching into season 4 now or whatever.
But they didn't know all the rules.
Whereas these women have come in and they know. Or is it they just bad bitches that are efficient?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I just think like, would you feel excited if someone threw that for you? I think I would feel a bit patronised.
I said this while I was watching it in my head, and obviously not out loud because that would be crazy.
I'm glad we know that there's a line.
There is a line. I said to myself, I would rather Sai say to me, come to my house on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Come be with my family on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Or any one of them do that, rather than throw me my own, because I'm good enough to throw a party to make it look
on the
like
actual day that you're supposed to be with people.
Exactly, but I'm not good enough to come and hang out with the family then.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
I think it's a bit, it's a bit much. Like they're all sort of a bit pitiful of her.
Yeah. But God, listening to her stories. Oh, goodness me.
Yeah. Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
We've gotten ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're going to do this a lot, listeners, because there's 2 sets
It's
of
been
episodes.
weeks and weeks and weeks.
So, like, we're not going to try and even pretend we're going to do this in order.
So they
Keep
do
up.
working out.
Huh?
But no, they do. So they go and work out, but nobody actually does anything.
No.
Other than try and flirt with the trainer.
Yeah.
Who seems to already know who everybody is.
Yeah, he seems to be close personal friends with a few of them.
Yeah, I don't think it's unrealistic to want to sleep with that trainer. That seems like an available option.
I mean, a trainer's always going to be a good time. They've got good stamina. They know how to
Like,
hold
it's
heavy
not like
objects.
a big. I just don't think it's a big push to be like, and maybe we'll also sleep with people. Like, I don't think it's like one of those professions where like it's seen as a big jump.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they do that. They all talk about how it's really fucking cold. And then do we have a whole day? And then do we try and have breakfast and shashuka again?
Yes, but they successfully have shashuka this time.
And this is before or after they've all dressed up as a girl band?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's after. No, before.
I don't know where they were going.
Yeah, I can't remember where they were going either. And they all looked the same. It was like was it the khaki?
Khaki and then like beige white sweaters, yeah.
Yeah, and Jenna was like, so they know
now
what
we
khaki
all know
is.
what khaki is.
Yeah, I remember that. No, that was after. So that was before shashuka.
Okay, so then we have shashuka. I then look up where shashuka is from because they were like, is it Israeli? I thought it was like South American.
I thought it was Moroccan.
Oh, right. Okay, so clearly none of us know.
None of us know because it's a similar, but they do like that.
It's just like eggs baked in tomatoes, isn't it? They've probably got it everywhere. Everyone's got fucking eggs,
sort of. And I think it's a cheap filling meal. So I think you'll find most places will have a variation.
Yeah, like flatbread.
Exactly. Yeah. Hummus. No, that's not true.
You've got to be able to grow chickpeas to get hummus.
And you've got to be able to know the balance between tahini and all the rest of it. Like that is a process.
Oh. Sure.
But Sai is still upset about the shashuka situation because Erin hadn't had it ready to know when she was going to wake up and require food.
Which is shit, I will admit. But this wouldn't be a problem if you had bread. Because you could just come downstairs and have fucking bread, couldn't you? I mean, I'm aware you came to my house and there wasn't any electricity. But that was like a temporary...
that was because you turned it off. That was...
like, would you like a tap water?
Yeah, exactly. No, in our luck, taps don't even work if there's no electricity.
Oh my God. When Bryn's asking Alexa to open the fridge.
Now, was that real or was she being ridiculous? Because I think I wouldn't be above doing that.
Of course you wouldn't. Your fucking house runs like that. Oh my God. Guys, you go into Johnny's house and every fucking thing is run by a robot.
Yeah, but it can't open doors.
I bet, why can't it? Plus it's it's like an electrical door or a fridge, isn't it? Like there's already
you can turn it up and on. You can buy those ovens.
Yeah, and you get those smart fridges. Like go like, your milk's running out of date.
Yeah. I don't know, but that was hilarious.
And Jess was like, I don't think it works like that.
Yeah.
And genuinely, she didn't seem to know how to open it. Like,
well, that's why there's never any food in Erin's house. No one can open the door.
No one can open the fucking door.
It was when Jenna came to her place in New York and she's trying to get whatever it is off her ceiling with a broom. And then she was like, I've made coffee. And Jenna was like, okay, I need to see this. Oh, the shade.
What happens if you don't feed people, though? They don't expect it. They're like, oh, okay.
That was, shady.
Yeah, but fair.
Yeah, and then Jenna
went for the whole fucking weekend and she made her eggs.
Yeah, Jenna getting ready that morning after the shashuka, and she had 3 pairs of the same jeans on the bed. Which one am I going to wear today?
This mid-denim J. Crew jean, or this mid-denim J. Crew jean, or maybe this mid-denim J. Crew jean.
And this white shirt with this bra or this white shirt and that bra. Like, she has a style. She has a
She
look,
does.
Miss
She's got a
Lyons.
uniform.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it, though. She looks good.
No. Yeah. Do you think it's
Effortlessly good?
Do you think it's embarrassing how much they all love her and know how important she is in the franchise?
Yeah.
Like, and for someone who's so awkward, that must feel quite weird.
I don't know, because why would she have become who she is if she didn't have an understand? Like, Anna Wintour didn't turn around and wait, hold on, I don't like this level of power. She was like, no, give me more. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
true.
I don't know. Like, she worked her way from the bottom right to the top, and then she's here. And she's like, I like it. She does magazine spreads. She does
this
articles.
is true.
Do you know, I feel like, or maybe she's just able to distance it because it's not face to face. And she's like, this isn't, it's not really me. It's a person I play, or it's a character,
it's a job title,
or an alter ego.
Yeah, maybe. And she wears like $500,000 worth of jewelry to do the dishes.
Did you see that bracelet though?
It was sparkly.
My God. Have you not heard of Breakfast at Tiffany's?
It's a whole vibe.
I promise you, the Tiffany box that came for me the other day will not have anything that looks like that in there. I'll be lucky if it's a key ring. And then they go back to the city.
And then
Bryn's giving
but
happens.
no, Jessel's had a bit. She's been told off, hasn't she?
Oh,
they go to lunch or something, and they're like, she's like, everyone's ganging up on me. I think it's really funny that everyone, because she's already been really demanding. She's like, it's cold. I can't get the Wi-Fi. I can't do this. I can't blah, 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 blah. Moan. And they kind of say that you were quite rude. And she's like, I think it's really funny that you think I was complaining. I'm like, have a listen, babe.
But even her husband told her.
Oh my God.
So that conversation was hilarious.
He doesn't like her.
Well, someone said that on Watch What Happens Live this week. I can't remember who said it. They were like, his face, everything. Like, he doesn't love her.
Yeah, he's just like. And when she was like, so they're sending the kids to Montessori because they can like network with the right people.
But that's what it is, isn't
it? Oh yeah,
like,
it is completely that. But he's just like, but he's like, what are you paying for?
Yeah.
Like, they're just going to do nothing. And I'm like, yes, but equally, like, that's sort of the concept of nursery, isn't it? Like, that you're just paying for somebody else to look after them. It's just so that you can be doing other things with your hands.
Yeah. And your brain.
Yeah. And like that, but I appreciate, I mean, I have no idea what like a Montessori nursery
in Manhattan
for 2 kids.
See, I'm the opposite. I wouldn't send my child to somewhere like that because I don't want to have to associate with those parents. I need to find my people, and those are not my people.
But those are Jessel's people.
Well, I mean, she's probably from Croydon. Where's she from? She's all acting like she's from Chelsea.
She's probably from Croydon. Not bad.
I mean, sorry for everyone from Croydon.
Should we find out?
But you understand why I said that. Like, don't act like you don't.
Oh, no, I understand. The thing is, what is her name? What is her surname, do we think?
Jessel?
Yeah.
Not a clue. So our husband's American?
Yeah, he's from California?
I thought he was English. And upon listening to him this week, I realised that his English accent does not exist. I don't know where I got that from.
It just says that she's from London, so there's a good chance she's from Croydon.
Absolutely. London adjacent.
I mean, it's London compared to New York.
It is a London postcode, though, I think, Croydon. Isn't it South London?
Yeah, isn't it? It's an SW.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a suburb. Anyway.
Yes. And they talk about like how, so she's all talking about how they want to go to, and she's like, he would send them to public school, which we've discussed.
Yes, we have discussed.
So I understand that she means that that's like state school.
Yeah, like a normal school on the high
street.
Free
school.
Huh?
Free school.
Absolutely free, yeah.
And she's not up for that at all. And then, but he like says that having twins is like a marriage tax. Like having kids, like you just don't have sex. It's like
You
the
don't have
marriage
sex.
tax.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
But this is after she's been like, everyone said I was like really moany. And he's like, she's like, so you're calling me a bitch? And he's like,
I did not say that.
like, I wouldn't use that word.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't not agree with that.
I know. Oh, I think the problem is he doesn't say what he means.
No, but I can imagine that is the easiest path. So I imagine she's well overbearing.
Oh, she would be.
And she's like overbearing in like, she will get really like, she's overbearing and then she's also really upset. And that's like a whole other set of work.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it is easier just to keep her happy.
Well, not with his penis.
No, that obviously not. But
I think she
clearly
would
that
be.
doesn't work.
She's one of these women that I would say needs to get bent over real quick. And I think that will solve a lot of her problems.
How big are those twins?
Penises, I don't know.
How old are those kids? Are they
18 months?
Because they haven't had help up until this point. Like, no wonder she's fucking scrambled.
I
She's been
don't
saying
believe
that
that.
they've both been trying to work with, like, Americans get 12 weeks maternity.
Not even that. I don't believe that at all, because someone came and picked those twins up to take them on a walk and it wasn't a stranger.
I mean, probably good.
So I'm 100% sure she's saying that being in the apartment must be hard, listening to your kids running around all day while you're trying to work. But I don't think she was caring for them.
Right. Okay, fine. That's better. Because otherwise I was like, that's insane. Nobody does that. You can't work and look after twins.
No, especially those twins.
Especially in a fucking all white apartment.
I like my spirit animals. They're into everything. I love it. But trying to stop sticky hands from getting on your couch.
No.
That's a every 10 minute task.
I mean, that entire apartment looks like it's been designed to not have children in, doesn't it? Like it's like the ultimate, like, this is what you could have won.
Yeah. Well, we took the childcare. We took the children tax. That's what we did.
Yeah, we've had the children tax. And
I'm lucky if my walls stayed one colour in one place.
Why? Why are you doing that? What? Right? Can you please explain to me why they can't leave the sofa cushions alone? What is wrong with them? What? You've got 1,000 toys in this house.
I know.
Leave the fucking cushions.
When you have a conversation with your child and you're asking them not to throw the pillow, and you're realizing to yourself that you're asking a child not to throw something that's called a throw pillow. Are you like, who's the dickhead here? I think it's me.
Yeah, there is some irony there.
It was like they took all the cushions off the sofa the other week.
All the fucking time. It drives me insane.
To make a fort, right?
Yeah, fine. Of course.
And then it took me a minute to understand that the cushions for the garden furniture are inside because we still haven't got a proper storage bin for them outside. So I'm sitting on the floor trying to watch TV because they've taken the sofa cushions when they could have used the cushions for the garden furniture this whole entire time.
No.
Again, who's the dickhead here? Me or them? I think it's me. I'm on the floor.
Yeah. I'm on the floor, which there's usually like a puddle. I'm like, I've bought these fucking spill-proof bottles. They don't work if you just take the top off and fucking kick them over, do they?
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's wet. Oh, this is wet here. It's wet here. It's wet here. I'm like, did you just run out of a paddling pool straight fucking inside? Of course it's wet. Anyway.
Mine can't do that though because of the tiled floor. They're gonna bust their face. And they know.
Oh, mine have no fucking fear of falling over. But luckily I do still have terrible, terrible carpet, so they won't fall over.
It won't, but the thing is, and that's the thing, that they know I'm not going to help them. I'm going to stand there and laugh. Especially if I see it, it's going to take me a minute to like.
Especially if you're sitting on the floor, you've got a great view.
And then what happens? I can't remember what else happens in New York. Nothing. They have to bring him in.
Yes. We see. So we've skipped way ahead. So we see Erin at work.
Oh yeah,
She has homegirl business. Is that what it's called?
homegirl. Yeah,
It's just
and I
called homegirl,
knew.
not home.
So the guy she said about the guy's Frederick Eklund's team when she was a real estate agent. So he's from $1 Million Listing New York. So I knew there was going to be a crossover.
He's the guy who's had too much Botox.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to like him.
No, I don't think I will. I'm not. Frederick is a hard sell.
I love him because he's insane. But I don't think you'll like him.
I've seen bits of him when Bethany was like living in a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's doing that, and she's just basically, but she's doing all those things at work when you're like most people at work is not actually an interesting thing to watch, is it? So she's just walking around going, oh, maybe handles. Yeah. Which I'm like, well, this didn't work in your fucking Hamptons house, did it? Now you know what handles are.
And who doesn't know that the bottom of an oven has like adjustable feet? Like they're construction men. Like you don't have to tell them this. They do this every day.
This is not one of those ovens that someone has to hold up in the air when you want to use it.
It's what the borrowers do on their day off from nicking shit.
What I loved is that she explained to us that rich people don't want to be poor. I was like, well, that's a fucking eye opener, isn't it? Thanks, mate. Even rich people don't want to lose money on their investments. No. Woo, a light bulb moment.
No. No. This is the mistake I've been making. I've been willingly wanting to be poor.
Giving your money away, going, I should do this very badly and lose money on it.
I'm an idiot.
I should put more money into this and then sell it at a loss. That's how old it is. Unbelievable. It was great. Fucking nuggets of advice there from Erin.
I think that's me. Like, I'm gonna make my first million by next year now.
Then we see Bryn at the hairdresser's, and she's talking to her hairdresser about how she wishes how she didn't relax her hair, and she's opening up about her family.
First of all, do you know how many girls I've had a conversation with that wishes they've never relaxed their hair?
I think everybody. I think that the afterthought is 100%. Everybody's like, don't relax your hair.
But no one wants to listen at the time, do they?
No.
I thought a lot of her hair wasn't hers, like it was clip-ins or weave or something, but that whole head of hair is her hair.
A lot of fucking hair.
Mixed race hair is the one. I'm telling you.
It's a lot of hair.
That bitch has got good hair. She's Becky with the good hair.
She obviously puts in the hours, though, to get someone to maintain it. Isn't it crazy how your hair can never recover from some things?
But I mean, because it's grown.
Yeah, it's new hair.
It's so insane. It makes me wonder as well what it's doing to their bodies. Because if it's in them, because obviously it's in your pores, right? Because when it's growing back, it's still getting the treatment. Yeah.
It's changed your DNA.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like when if you have your head shaved, you're supposed to go to someone who knows how to shave your head.
Oh.
Because if your hair grows back from having your head shaved, if you've done it wrong, it grows back. I mean, like some people's hair looks like this naturally. Like Djokovic, you know how like Djokovic, all of his hair is like growing directly out of his head?
Yeah.
If you shave your head badly, that's what will happen to your hair.
Oh.
You have to like go and have it like shaved in accordance to the shape of your skull if you want your hair to grow back in normally.
Or you end up with electric shock hair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's mad, isn't it? Head hair. It's just
That's bizarre.
Yeah, being a hairdresser is like...
It's proper.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's scientific and shit.
And like, it's a big investment on what people look like, isn't it? People are putting quite a lot of trust in you.
Absolutely.
I mean, Bryn seems to be sort of on a very deep emotional level with her stylist.
Well, I mean, if she spends 6 hours with her a week, that's a long fucking time.
I mean, I suppose so.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think mine takes that long to straighten, but it takes a good couple of hours. But,
this is like should we get into her family, how her parents weren't capable, and she was like, her and her brother and sister. So I wondered how old the brother and sister were.
Is she
They're
the
older
youngest?
than her. Yeah, because she said she was 6 months old. when they left or couldn't be there, and she got sort of legally adopted by her grandma.
Yeah.
And where was this?
Idaho, Indiana,
Yeah, one of those, and one of those vowely ones. I thought it was
Oregon, Montana. One
one of those ones, not one of the fun
One of
ones on
those
the outskirts,
options.
one of those middle ones.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know that
Yeah.
she's good friends with Lisa Vanderpump?
She is good friends with Lisa
Yeah.
Vanderpump? Oh,
Well,
okay.
I think she's friends with Pandora, but
Okay.
so she lived with Lisa Vanderpump for a little while.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Is Lisa Vanderpump one of her 3 ex-fiancés?
Maybe. I mean,
I did like her logic of going, like, it's better to get engaged multiple times than divorce multiple times. I think that's wise.
I think she's going to probably have the longest serving marriage out of all of them when she finally gets married. I feel like she's approaching it with logic.
Yeah.
Makes
I like that
complete
she's
sense.
like, I'm here, I need the commitment. Let's get engaged early. And then no.
I think she could do better than Gideon, though. Just the name.
The nice Jewish boy Gideon.
Yeah, it's not for me.
The only Gideon I know is a human rights lawyer.
Okay, well, he's a good person.
Yeah, he is. So
that's fine. Gideon's the exception. But I don't know. I just feel like his parents raised him thinking his shit doesn't stink.
Yeah, it does come with an air of privilege.
It's the Tarquin, you know, that mum.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and yes, the Gideon who I know, like his parents sent him to law school in the hopes that he'd be a big expensive corporate lawyer.
Right, but he was like,
he turned around and has become a human rights lawyer. Yeah, he like takes on people trying to battle the police in America.
Right, and then he probably has to use a food bank because he probably doesn't get paid fuck all.
I think it's like one of those things afterwards. If they win, in some point you get money off the bad companies.
So hard to be good in this world.
Then we see Uber talking about Uber Hot.
So I tried to buy some.
Okay, good.
But it's $60 for 3, which I'm not mad at because I do love me a hot sauce, and they're big jars. They're not like a little small jar, like it's a proper jar.
It's not like a
like a normal hot
sauce. Not
Tabasco.
Bottle.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a jarred sauce.
A jarred sauce.
They're just popping up everywhere now.
I had a jarred sauce conversation with my hairdresser this afternoon.
Oh.
Talking about how it's not all right to use a jarred sauce. She's got a new man who's very unadventurous with food.
Oh god.
She thinks he's great, and I was like, that's a big red flag for me.
No, that's the red flag.
Yeah. She said he's willing.
Okay.
But he orders pizza and he orders a margarita.
Oh.
I was like, no, stop.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But he was amazed that she'd made spag bol and she had made sauce from scratch, and he didn't know. He would like looked at her like she was a conjurer.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I had a friend who where were we?
Uber's hot sauce.
Yes. So I tried to buy some. It's expensive and they don't ship over here. And Amazon don't have it.
Oh, that is a shame.
Yeah.
They don't ship.
No. They ship everywhere.
I feel like this is it's quite early on in the hot. Oh, that's shit. It's early on in this process though, isn't it? I feel like that's a personal attack now. We're going to have to import this together. We're going to have to import my sun cream and your hot sauce.
I need someone to visit from North America soon, don't I?
Yeah.
So we can get stuff.
So she's got like her mum investor friend.
Yeah,
lady.
like a mentor.
Mentor, that's maybe the word.
Yeah.
And she's saying how like she feels sort of uncomfortable asking for money as for people to invest, which I imagine is like a huge leap. You've been there, you've done all that. It must be like
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like a level of responsibility as well. It's like if I fuck up, they're losing all that. Obviously they're not going to give me something that they couldn't lose, but like it just yeah.
And then so we obviously hear her story about how she's lost her mum. And I thought it was very sweet the way she was like, so if if you have your mum, like, be close to her, be nice to her. It was all very sweet.
It was lovely. But we've done nothing but bitch about our mums today.
But now on reflection, I believe we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly, right? I feel a bit bad. I might send her a text in a minute.
You should. Yours looked after your kids all day.
Yeah, this is true. But she hopped them up on sugar and McDonald's.
Classic grandmothering. And then we go to Erin's house and she's getting ready for Brinsgiving. And they're talking to David. And David is like a very nice man.
Who's
He's
David?
like, it must be hard for Jazz. She's got twins. That's a lot. There's a whole load of expectation. Like, and they're like,
oh,
David is Sai's husband.
There we go. Sorry, that took me a minute.
And he's like all in defense of Jessel.
Oh, 100%.
And they're like, nah, she's just a frigid bitch.
Oh, that's me.
It's not wrong, though.
No.
And then then Jenna goes to Erin's house and drinks coffee out of a boob mug. Why does that happen?
But it's not a mug. That was Jenna's whole point. She was like, it's
a jug.
It's for creamer or like milk or whatever. Because it comes out the nipple, which I think is hilarious. It's like having a cow's udder as a cup, right? You just like the milk comes out. Fantastic. If anyone sees one,
so it's a jug, like it's a pun.
Yeah. But
jugs.
Jenna's like, have they ever used this before? Because surely we're just all like
noticed that there was a hole.
It was so funny. I loved that. It was the confessional was everything for me.
She doesn't know anything about boobs. She doesn't know what she's doing with boobs. And I loved that shop that they went to, the wool shop. When they were, she like bought a gift for her as a thank you. Her and Jessel obviously clocked that she was being a dickhead. And they had those like woolen boleros on. They were brilliant.
They looked like a cow. I loved it.
I fucking loved that.
Not a cow. Is it a sheep?
I think it's generally the wool comes off a sheep, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you know those like animals that have like that long fur. What's that called?
Sheep.
Oh, stop.
Cow?
All right, do you know what? Move on. I can't remember what I'm trying to say. Fuck it. Oh.
Then they go to Sai's house. Everybody goes to Sai's house. And like, isn't it crazy? Like 700 years ago when we were first watching New York, people had to go to Brooklyn and it was like a fucking mortal sin. Now we're all fine.
Everyone loves Brooklyn now.
Everyone's perfectly happy to go to Brooklyn, but you do have to take your shoes off.
I'm okay with that. I don't think they live in New York. It's dirty.
Yes.
And, like,
I would take my shoes off when I went into someone else's house, but not necessarily if I'd gone for like dinner.
Yeah, it's a bit different if you're going to hang out and just like sit down or whatever and chat. But if you're like sitting at a table,
you're
and
asking people
up,
to dress up, and you've done a tablescape. I think that should be the option. Being able to keep your shoes on.
Yeah, fair.
But obviously it was a clear rule because Jenna had brought slippers.
But Jenna Lyons is just, she is just.
You think she just travels with slippers?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, and like a robe.
Yeah, maybe this is the way to be. My in-laws always travel with slippers, which I find quite strange.
Yeah, I feel like that's a personal attack on you though. For some
I feel
reason.
like, because it's like saying like, oh, I don't want to put they're like the opposite way around. They're like, I don't want my feet to get the dirt of your house.
Yeah, I feel like that's a you thing. I don't think that's specifically them. I think that's for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, they're so nice, aren't they?
Because I wondered initially if it was like a flooring thing, because she's got nice wood floors.
She does have nice wood floors, and a heel could scratch that.
Yeah.
Another thing positive about lino, doesn't matter.
I'm sold on the lino.
I think you should. It's so much cheaper.
Yeah. And it's just going to get fucking knackered anyway, isn't it? Whatever I
This
do.
is the thing. Wait 10 years when your kids are grown, then
Yeah,
get
then I can have
nice
nice
floors.
floor. Yeah.
There's no point until then.
Jessel turns up. She says she did a Kim Kardashian look.
No, it didn't land.
A bit of a push, babe.
I understand what she was trying to say. Like when Kim did the Dolce campaign and she had her hair piled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honey.
No. And then I felt like it was the same how I felt about Jessel with like, we're getting straight in with talking about like the most traumatic thing in your life. And it's the same with Bryn, isn't it? They're like really pushing. Like, oh, tell us the gory details. Like, tell us that it's like,
yeah,
it's like abuse tourism. Like, I was like, oh, this is genuinely awful, not like in a entertainment way.
like bitch stole my handbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my brain just keeps going back to like nobody had changed the nappies. I just think, God, oh.
Could you imagine the state of my kid's bum if I'd left them in a poo for like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, just could you imagine how
No.
the state of her? Oh
No. So that was really sad.
oh yeah.
And obviously,
And I loved when she
Gran like
corrected
wasn't
herself.
perfect, was she? But she tried. She stepped in.
Yeah. But I like the way she corrected herself when she said that her parents didn't love her and then she said they couldn't love me.
Yeah.
I love that because it means that she realizes that it wasn't a her problem.
Yeah, it wasn't a choice. It wasn't it wasn't personal.
Like she shouldn't have, I mean, obviously she's gonna have abandonment issues and all the rest of it, but like it shouldn't be as deep as it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It would have been the same if, and it was the same for the other children. It was the same for everyone. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Though how you don't take that on. Yeah. Yeah, so kind of sad.
Yeah. All right. That's
Yeah,
it, right?
that's it. I don't know why. I think there was probably other stuff.
All right, Atlanta.
So I'm not fully caught up on Atlanta because I couldn't get the second episode.
Oh.
I've changed phones and things are not quite there. So we'll start with Atlanta and then you can tell me where we get to.
But you didn't hear the Marlo line then?
No.
Okay. So listeners, I text Rosie when I watched the episode and I said Marlo's confessional had me howling. So she's wrong for it, and I don't necessarily love what she said because she's like putting Drew down, but it was probably one of the funniest things I've heard Marlo say in a very long time. So they were talking about editing of pictures or editing of something, or something was being edited. And Marlo in her confessional said, shit, we're talking about editing. When Drew's editing all her pictures and changing her body on Instagram, she looks 22. But when she's a whole jump scare in real life. When I say I screamed. And she said it so calm. Like, just so like there wasn't she didn't even like, just the delivery, the words, just everything. It was I got goosebumps. That is how funny I found it. Like, they're just giving me the lols. First it was Kenya falling over, now it was Marlo calling Drew a jump scare.
Don't you talk about Kenya falling over. She could have died. How dare you?
Sorry. But a jump scare.
Fucking dramatic. No, that's brilliant. Okay, so we're getting into Atlanta. We're still in Portugal. Recover yourself.
Sorry.
And we're still talking about, everybody seems to be upset with everybody. I don't really understand why. We're still talking about how Drew kissed LaToya.
Yes.
But then it's all chill and they're going to go for a sound bath for some healing.
Healing. So someone in my personal life reached out and said, what's healing? Because I put healing in the description of the last episode. It's the way they say healing. But the sound bath worked. That was the first time I've seen
it. They got well deep.
It's the first time I've seen a successful sound bath in any franchise.
This is true. This is true. And we've seen several sound baths now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it got in. I liked it, their like bit when they were like, you know, it was showing all their internal monologues. I thought that was good.
I love that. I thought it was really cleverly done.
Yeah, nobody got up and left. Nobody just fell asleep. Nobody moaned that they had to leave. So
And no one got hit with anything.
Nobody got hit with a gong or anything.
Yeah. Anything, yeah.
I think that guy knows how to do a sound bath.
Absolutely.
Kenya's reflecting on how she's like blessed to be walking, but then she gets like real upset
About the baby thing.
about having another baby.
Yeah.
I thought this was a sign, because this was my other word on the street. Have you seen that Diana Jenkins has had a baby?
Yes, she has.
I now can't remember if it's girl or boy.
A girl.
But yeah, she's successfully delivered her baby.
Something May book.
Something May book.
Yeah, or Eva May book. Or
why book?
I don't know. Bitch, I'm not her friend. I just
read
her on Instagram.
Her name is Book.
Eva May book. Something May book. It begins with an E. Her first name begins with an E, and I think it's Eva. You don't believe? Go look on their Instagram.
That's not the bit I'm interested in. It's book.
Yeah.
That's not a name. Book. Okay. Eva May Book
Jenkins or Monroe or whatever his name is.
Moore, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe his name's Book.
It's not Book. I think it's I think it's Moore.
All right. Well, maybe his real name is Book and his stage name is Moore.
I don't think that's the way around it goes. Nobody's real name is Book. Maybe they say it so that sounds the same. Maybe it's like Book Moo.
Or maybe she just was raising her to be able to read a bitch.
But maybe it's Jenkins, which would make more. That's better.
Book Jenkins.
I think Eva May Book Jenkins is better than Eva May Book Moore. Shit, I gotta find out what his name is.
I think it's Monroe.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Eva May Book Monroe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? I'm looking it up.
All right.
Sure. It is Monroe.
Is it
done.
Monroe?
Yeah. Eva May Book Monroe. He must say what this baby's called, does he?
I know, but it's on our Instagram anyway.
Okay, yeah. So I thought maybe that was the universe telling me something, that I saw Kenya crying about having another baby on the same day that
the 49-year-old popped out, baby.
Yeah.
But
I still don't think Kenya should have
something.
And they had like a terrible fucking pregnancy and delivery, and is like the world's biggest fucking medical drama queen. I don't think she should carry a baby.
I agree.
And then she was like, I could do so much to help people and I want a baby. I was like, what? These are two separate things. Or is that planting the seed of adopting a baby?
Oh, maybe.
Also great.
Yeah.
Was it this episode that Drew said she'd never been to Africa, but she'd been to South Africa?
Yes. No. Either way, she said it recently. And I mean, between that and them thinking Portugal was in Spain, I can't.
Yeah, geography. She's worse at geography than me, which I like.
Yeah.
Sanya's reflecting on her sister. Marlo's reflecting on how she wants to eat oxtail stew.
I mean, who doesn't?
All the reflections. And Drew is reflecting on how Ralph is waiting for her.
What? Underneath a stripper in Vegas?
Yeah. Oh, what is wrong with Ralph?
He's not waiting for shit.
No,
he's waiting for the pregnancy test to come back negative for the bitch he fucked in Vegas. That's what he's waiting for.
But he's clearly being kept up to date, because then he's texting Marlo.
Okay,
talk
how
about
do you
me.
feel about that?
I feel like that is bad.
Because there was another situation in this week's episode when Marlo and Ralph caught up at an event and they were chatting, and he was like, she said, cheers to people clapping back or something when they have all the facts.
Right.
And he kind of rolled his eyes and was like, look, it was brought to me in a different way. It was said to me in a different way, blah, blah, blah. And Marlo replied, what one of the replies that she said was, it must be really hard for you because you don't know what personality you're going to get when she wakes up in the morning.
Oof.
And like, I don't know if it's editing or what, but he didn't say anything in defense of his wife. He just kind of was like, well, you know, and then like carried on like the conversation. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's not good.
So
But
the
equally,
relationship,
I think at this point they are like fully. They're not living together at this
I
point.
know, but come on. And then he texts Marlo like an
It's
aggressive.
that. It's like, why text her?
Just, there's something weird there.
I found that whole thing when they suddenly fucking went at each other though. Like I just think. I mean, Marlo would go so low, doesn't she?
So
But equally,
low.
Drew, I'm like, Drew doesn't learn that she is fucking stupid, does she? That's the problem. Like,
Yeah,
don't start throwing stones when you are in this fucking holy ass glass house over here.
absolutely.
Like, it's not
Absolutely.
helping.
Nope.
And she doesn't stop. She keeps going. She's like, do you file a tax return? Do you do this? It's like, you antagonized her. You knew what you were going to get.
And she didn't even, Smarla didn't even say anything about Ralph. She just said that I do the same thing that your husband does in technology. That was Drew's in like, what's the word when you not confident?
Insecurity?
Yeah. Projecting her insecurity
Yeah.
on Marlo. Because she, as soon as they said, I do the same thing as your husband, she was like, oh shit, people are going to find out that my husband doesn't do shit. And
Yeah.
our whole life is smoke and mirrors and it's a house of cards that's going to come
Yeah,
crumbling
yeah.
down. Like, that pissed me off.
And then Sheree's like super upset. Or is there two separate dinners where everyone's getting upset at each other? Why is Kenya so upset with Courtney?
Because she breathes. I don't think there's a legitimate reason. I think Kenya doesn't like new people, does she? She doesn't.
Yeah, there's
doesn't
definitely
take
that.
well. And I think.
So why did Courtney say that Candy falling? Fucking hell, it's too many K's.
I don't even know which one you were trying to say.
Why did Courtney say that Kenya falling was karma? See, there's another fucking K. There must have been something.
No, I think she's just calling Kenya out for who Kenya is. I think she's just.
Because
Sorry,
Kenya
hold
said
on.
at the other lunch, didn't she, when she was like, don't touch me, we're not there. So she's obviously like, they've decided they've got an issue.
It did start somewhere.
I think it might have been there, the touching, or was it the brunch? Was it defending someone? Who knows?
It started, I think it started because she came in off the bat hot at Candy, Courtney.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the lines, it shifted to Kenya, and
Kenya.
I don't really know why.
No, I was like, I don't think I know what this problem is. And I thought,
I'm sure we know, but we just can't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. And I was like, is Courtney doing exactly what she needs to be doing? Or should she shut the fuck up? I can't tell.
She should shut the fuck up. And in this episode, Drew and
Courtney?
no, Ralph
Yeah.
were having a conversation. And Drew says, I'm going to stop calling her cousin Courtney. I'm just going to get to know her as Courtney at this point because I don't necessarily know. The gist of it was, I don't necessarily know that she's a good family member.
Oh, okay.
Like if she's
That's
not
not how
problematic.
cousins work. You don't get to fucking choose.
So, well, she does because it's a married cousin. It's got nothing to do with her.
That's
She
true.
did choose.
Also, she's choosing to divorce that man, so it's none of her fucking problem.
Absolutely.
I wonder if she's like, all right, I've been brought in as this like Ralph adjacent character, and it's real clear that Ralph is like out of the picture. So I've got to like do my work if I want to come back. Yeah. She's just a friend of.
She is just a friend
So
of.
how you can fucking tell she's on the trip? Monyetta's on the trip. Everybody's everywhere.
I'm not mad at Monietta being anywhere. I love that woman. But Cordy is too much. I don't want to see her on my TV anymore. I'm done.
It's a bad substitute when we get fucking no Candy. No Candy in this episode.
The next one is all about Candy though.
Yeah, all about her business.
Yeah. Some vibrating peach.
Yeah.
And Cynthia Bailey comes back.
Yeah.
Her and Candy meet for their a meal and then she turns up to the event.
Excellent.
Yeah.
so yeah, that was like the end of it. Just sort of hysteria about the lunch, and Courtney like shouting at Kenya to calm down, and Kenya's obviously not expecting people to clap back at her.
No, she's shocked every time it happens.
Yeah, every time. And then she's like, "Why did you say that? And why did you say this? And why did you do that? And you said some bullshit." But I also feel like they're all such like crazy fucking literal Christians that like everything scares them, doesn't it? Like I'm amazed they can do a sound bath and like karma scares them. Like I feel like if she'd been like, you know, the Lord is watching you, and then you fell over, it would have hit differently. I think they're so like skeptical.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious that you can be so skeptical of other things, but you like fully believe in this guy 2,000 years ago who like came specifically to like die for your sins. And like you can't wear woven cloth of 2 different types. Like oh, but karma, like that's a fucking leap of imagination, that is. This guy was dead for 3 days and then woke up again. And he was born of a virgin who was also born of a virgin. But karma, that's fucking hokum.
I'm having to breathe because I'm absolutely going to piss my pants. I have to like use my Kegels right now. Jesus. Oh.
So yeah. And then I haven't seen the next one, but I want to. The fuzzy vibrating peach party looks fun.
They all get into it.
There was loads of stuff on social media about that place opening. Sort of not. I don't really know what it is, but it looks fun.
So it's like the selfie museum, you know, where there's different room set up, so you can go around and take pictures and post them on the internet. So they took over that space. And Sanya was the highlight for me. So she was taking notes in her confessionals on like the stuff, how you can use the different sex toys, because she's like, we've been together for 20 years. Because they were like, the production had asked them who do they think needs to use these toys more, type thing. And then she was like, me, I've been with my husband for like 20 years. And she's like taking notes and stuff. It was really funny. It was like a really
worked,
good.
She's been knocked up, so
She has. It was a really good Sanya moment. Her and her sister chat again. So it's Christmas in Atlanta. So everyone's putting their trees up. And her and her sister chat, and she's wearing Sanya's wearing another incredible Nike tracksuit ensemble. Like I love her Nike stuff. It's incredible.
She's like what it's designed to go on, isn't she?
100%. She's the mannequin.
Yeah.
And basically her sister's looking to that they're in the process of moving out. And Sanya admits that she probably hasn't treated her the best. And such like. Marlo shoots a Christmas card with the boys, which was very stunning, visually beautiful.
It's not happening with Scott Lee. Scott Lee's he's been on the cool down.
No, so she goes into a whole thing about how that, because they asked if he was coming for Christmas or they should invite him for Christmas. And she was like, no, I'm not going to let you meet someone that quickly. We've not, like, it's going to be at least a year. I need to get to know him, sort of thing. We have the party. Cynthia turns up.
Marlo talks about how she doesn't sleep at all at night.
Who?
Marlo.
Yeah, because of the burglary.
She only sleeps in the day.
Yeah, because of the burglary. She can't do it.
She's like so anxious.
Yeah, that's really sad.
It is. And then Drew's like, isn't cousin Courtney over here like looking at your felonies and all this? I'm like, this. I just think it's. I mean, I don't think having a gun is going to help her, but I'm like, if this is true, she's like genuinely like your life has been destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't really guess what else happens. Toya turns up. The Toya turns up to the party. They have it out about the kiss thing.
Yeah.
Drew rearranges her closet with like 7 of her assistants.
Right. That'll save you marriage. I left the room because he's moved out.
Yeah. And that's it really. I'll let you watch it because not much. I mean, the highlight for me was Marlo. So
cool.
Yeah.
Should we all go see?
Yeah.
Where do we start?
It's just, why do I need to see Tamara's body parts? Why is this a thing?
I don't.
Every week
she's one of those things where we have to pay to not see them.
It's like I said the other week. She's so desperate for people to think that she's attractive that she is at this point willing to do it. I mean, bitch looks good, okay? If I look like her, I'd walk around naked too, okay? I'm just going to be very open and honest about it. But
it's coming off very desperate, isn't it?
Very desperate, very thirsty. And I don't like the way she tries to give off this I don't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah,
when clearly, if you give a fuck and you think you look good and you want attention, own it.
Yeah, but no, it's like complete like.
Do a Lisa Rinna and say, I look fucking amazing in a bikini at my age, therefore I'm going to post bikini pictures every day.
But she's not. She's being the pick-me girl.
I can't. Oh, anyway, that's my Tamara rant for this episode over.
Yeah. And like, I felt really bad that she's like forced Eddie to have that like bullshit conversation on the boat about like, but do you want to fuck my wife? And Eddie's trying to be like, I am being the big, sensible, grown-up man. Like, well, you're like 5'6". Like, nobody thinks this.
What do we think of Ryan? What's after seeing him on the boat with his outfit choice that would have given Joe Judice or Joey Gorga a run for its money?
If you put him in Jersey, he's in the wrong place.
He's in the wrong franchise.
Yeah.
He needs to be in Jersey.
Yeah, him and Gina.
Yeah, fair.
I think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, so many of them, I'm like, he does not want to do this.
No, I think he wants to be on Housewives. I think he wants to be famous.
Oh, really? You think he's a Louis?
Yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah, 100%. I think he is desperate for the attention.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And I'm also wondering if it goes deeper where that dick pic wasn't an accident. Because he knew he'd get
it is
brought up.
impossible to send a dick pic to everybody in your contacts by accident. I think that is physically impossible.
Okay.
I just don't believe I live in that world.
No.
I just think if you're that incompetent with sending messages, I think the Venn diagram for people who accidentally text everybody in their contacts and then the people who send dick pics, I don't think that overlaps at all. I think that is two fully separated circles.
100%.
I mean, I agree with Shannon that, like, who wants to receive a picture of a flaccid penis? Who is that working for?
Yeah, because it's not sexy, a flaccid penis, is it?
No.
Erect one isn't even that sexy either.
No, it's not.
I much prefer looking at the female form than I do the male form.
Yeah, or like there are other bits of men, aren't there? I'd rather receive a picture of your ass.
Yeah, or like an arm.
Chest,
I love a good
lovely.
arm.
Yeah.
Or a back. I love a back too.
Yeah. Hard to take a picture of your own back.
Mirror.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, flaccid cock, not so much.
Look.
But like, it's just a fucking phenomenon. It amazes me. People are like, can you remember when Chris Evans he accidentally showed you that he had like dick pics on his camera roll?
Oh.
Chris Evans as in Captain America, not as in the ginger radio presenter.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I don't want to see the ginger radio presenter's penis. The Captain America, yes.
Yeah, he did somehow he did a screenshot of his like camera roll, and people could like zoom in because this is what happens if you're fucking Captain America.
But I mean, just based on how tight his suit is, there can't be much going on down there.
I don't know.
I think that's stuff.
Yeah, you can hide a lot.
Yeah, fair. I remember when I saw Chris Brown's penis. Dear Lord. I kept thinking, no wonder Rihanna keeps going back. Damn. Like, dude. Like, I mean, it's not for me. That would hurt. I don't know, it was like leaked on like some website or something, and it was like him in front of a mirror taking like arm up and taking like a selfie. I needed a minute.
Shannon won't like this conversation.
No, she won't.
She doesn't like the penis picture conversations.
That penis picture is brilliant. So what else happens that episode? I can't remember. Last week's episode.
Heather is selling her house.
Who?
Heather.
Yes.
Somebody just rang up and offered her
Josh
60
Altman.
million.
So he's from $1 million list in Los Angeles.
Right. And they had a cash buyer.
Yeah.
They weren't looking to sell.
Yeah.
The problem with Heather is everything she says, like, on paper is fine, but she is just such a smarmy bitch about it.
But it's when Emily calls her out about it in the nail shop. And she's like, when you're telling us about your life and all the things that you're doing, you make us feel like we're less than you. And it was like,
just like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, it's true, isn't it? And it's this like, we built this together. I'm like, well, mainly it's him though.
Yeah. Plastic built this house.
Yeah. Like, what have you? Mainly him.
Yeah.
She goes for lunch with a billionaire to talk about how they're going to do the next.
Mark Cuban. He's not just a billionaire.
Yeah. The
He's
next Netflix.
He's the billionaire.
Oh, is he? Is
he
the mostest?
And he's a good guy as well. You know, like it's one of these ones that if you like
email him. I don't think you can be a good guy and be a billionaire.
No, okay. What I mean is if you email him and say, I have this business idea, like he'll actually read it. And
so he wants to be more rich.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good guy. You know, he's looking after himself, he's looking after other people, you know.
He's a good guy by the standards of what Elon Musk
and Donald Trump
and Bezos.
Yeah. We'll see how
so apparently Erin gave money to
Trump.
Yeah.
Twice.
Oops.
Yep.
Twice, that's bad.
I know, like
not a good return on your investment there.
I mean,
you know, rich people actually don't like to lose money on shit. Vote Bernie Sanders.
You should leave a review on her website and be like, I thought you said rich people didn't like to lose money, so why did you bet on Trump twice?
Yes, Heather's selling her house and they're gonna buy
a penthouse in LA.
A penthouse in LA.
Yeah.
And they're also buying another huge fucking house.
Yeah, apparently they've started working on another house now, yeah.
How shit would you feel if you were her like 2 remaining children? She's like, I'm not doing that job anymore. That's finished.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually still here. I actually have to go to high school for another 2 years. Never mind.
And one's going for a really like complicated time for themselves because they're transitioning.
I'm going back to being an actor. Shut up.
You need
Shush,
your parents.
Shush. I'm very busy and important and relevant.
Check my IMDb, bitch.
So he's going to launch a whole platform.
Yeah, it looks like TikTok to me.
Yeah.
I Googled it.
There are these things all the time. Like,
yeah.
I feel like anyone who works in telly gets one of those emails once a month being like, we have an exciting new platform. We'd love for you to work on this 9-part series. You won't be paid. Like, oh, that'll be a fucking hard no, thanks.
You won't be paid. Can we just share your details to our social media followers?
No.
No, yeah.
Please don't get back in touch. This is an exciting new this. If you heard of Netflix, this is the next thing. I'm like, who are you emailing who hasn't heard of Netflix?
Netflix, yeah. If you have to put that in your email, there's something wrong. Like,
this is the next moving picture. Yes. I don't know. Where are Shane and Emily? Do we see them go out for dinner?
Yes, they do go out for dinner, and she tells him about her feelings of how he no, they go to the pumpkin farm thing.
Yeah.
And he undermines her parenting in front of the children.
So what did the kid at school say? That's what I missed.
But they were talking, I'm assuming it's like one of these things that, you know, whenever you were at school, if you stood in front of the mirror and said red rum 3 times.
Okay, fine.
Something came out the mirror. I'm assuming it's the same.
It's that kind of vibe.
Thing. Legit, just like looked around when I said it. Like something was going to come out.
Bloody Mary's coming for you.
What the fuck is wrong?
Oh my God, it's behind you. I can see it now.
It's like 20 years, 50, like 30 years and it's still bugging me. But yes, I'm assuming it was something like that.
Yeah. The
And
thing is,
then
Emily does take things to quite like extreme reactions, doesn't she?
yeah, I'm like that, so I relate.
Like
Like
I'm like,
my reaction is to like panic first and then think about it after.
yeah. But then she's like, no, you under like I just feel like that could have been like, and obviously I'm saying this and I wouldn't be like this. I would be like, fuck you, don't talk down to me, don't override me, piece of shit. But she's making it into like a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Like she's making I think Shane listens. Like she's got his attention. So she could have just said, can you not do that? Because I feel like it undermines me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go in with the like emotional guilt and labor as well.
Yeah. Because I didn't
Like, he
have
knows
two
you had
parents.
horrible. Yeah, he knows all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. True. True.
And then I can't remember what they're talking about, but he's like, "Oh, flan." They're talking about flan. She's like, "How do you know you don't like it?" And he's like, "How do I know I don't like urine?"
It must be so hard to argue with either of those two.
Like that's an excellent point, though.
It is a really excellent point. So how do I know I don't like the taste of shit? It's
Like,
just
because I've not drunk piss, but I'm gonna bet that I don't like it.
no, I mean
I don't like keen on flan either. I always
I
think
don't
that's a
it's the
real.
texture.
I
Or
just think that's a real cultural failing, isn't it? How have you ended up without cake?
be
What happened there? Like most places have got cake.
right back. You're gonna make me cry my lashes off. You need to stop.
Don't get your lashes wet.
Oh, oh my god. It's a cultural failing. How did you not end up with cake? I just that's
just
too
think
long, but that
that's
should be the episode title. Oh,
So we see them. Then we see Gina and Travis talking about real estate, and she like they do like a fake selling of their apartment.
yeah.
And there's and she's like obviously learnt bits of it, and she's put the cookies in the oven, and
But she doesn't know how much it costs.
she does have a bit of a flaw on the price.
It's kind of the first thing people ask, no?
Well, I don't think I would go and see somewhere without knowing the price.
That's a fair point, actually, because you need to know if it's in your budget.
And like the person booking you in generally needs to know if it's in your budget, doesn't that? You can't just book in to see anything.
No, yeah.
Like
And in some
people want to
cases,
know,
you
they're like,
should-
oh, is your house on the market? Like, and then they look at it and go, oh, that's a quarter of the value of this house.
yeah.
I thought it was really cute. Then she was like, what a coincidence. I also have 6 kids.
Yeah.
And I liked the bits, some bits she was doing really well, like these bits of, these floors are really good for kids to run around on. And then stuff like we've replaced all the baseballs. I thought, I don't think anyone gives a shit about that.
No,
It's not a selling point.
no, it's not. But we buy houses differently over here. Like we buy a house, we don't care what state it's in. If we love the house, we love the house. But they like want to add the seller to add all those bits that they don't want to have to do and keep and reduce the price of the house. Like it's bizarre.
I don't know. I think there's lots of people who only buy a done house, isn't there?
Yeah, but like
I just don't think there's that much of a like. I don't know. When I was looking to buy this house, it wasn't like there was hundreds of things on the market to choose from.
no, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like location is such a big thing for me
Yeah.
because I've got to be near transport to get into London, and maybe that's not as much of a thing in like huge sprawling American cities. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. I know what you're saying, yeah.
Like I think in New York, the specific geography is still very important, isn't it?
Yeah, where you live is massively important. Yeah. I know. What else happens?
So then we go to the boat, John Jensen's boat, and the 6 of them are having dinner, and they talk about the dick pic. And then like Shannon and him sort of excuse themselves for that conversation.
Shannon's like awkwardly trying to drink her drink and the straw won't go in her mouth. Oh, Shannon, so funny. It was in this episode when Emily came with Shannon and she was doing the hands and the faces and then
so good.
And Shannon in a confession was like, that is not how I do it. It's more like. And did Emily fall off the bar stool as Shannon or as Emily?
I couldn't tell. It was like an act of God.
It was slow motion too. It was like they all fell.
I mean, that party was amazing.
Oh, I need to stop. I can't think about that anymore because I'm going to cry again. And
okay, so before the party, we see everybody wash their dogs.
And yeah, then why was that? Why was
I have no idea.
Why was that a thing?
Just filler, isn't it? Wash your dogs. Everyone's dog's got a stupid name. And then we see Tamara talking about how Eddie's like got an office now because she's gonna fucking murder him if he keeps chewing in her house.
But I felt that pain. Did you not feel that pain? I felt that to my
never
core.
In my house.
I felt that to my core when he's been working from home all day and he's in my face and then he wants to sit next to me and eat and I'm like, bitch, I will end you right now. Like the karate chop to the throat, 100. Throat punch is always going to be my go-to move. Always. Try chewing when you can't breathe, bitch. Like, oh. Yeah, sorry. I just like got in my own feelings there a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that a little bit. It was a little, I'm not sure we were talking about them anymore. And then Jen sees her like friend from home who's like, maybe you're like stalling on the divorce because you don't want to marry this guy. Which I'm like, possibly fair, but also you don't have to marry him.
No, you can just carry on.
Like, just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't get married.
Woman. You don't.
But I don't think she really does a lot of the decision making, does she? So, and it sounds like Heather.
Yeah.
And he's obviously trying to get something out of her with this like intent to.
Well, he keeps saying in 12 months we're going to be married, or next year we're going to be married. Like,
Yeah.
why?
I wondered, how much do you think he knows those? Like, I'm sure he knows those her kids' names because I'm sure he thinks that's important. I must learn that. But I wonder if he could pick them out of a lineup. No, I didn't think so. Yeah, he's a dickhead. I think she should not marry him.
I agree.
That's a universal truth. Then we see everybody getting ready, and it's like just insane.
It is crazy. So Taylor looked nothing like Tamara, and Jen looked nothing like Taylor.
No,
and I don't think Heather looked anything like Jen.
No.
And Vicky coming as herself.
Spot on.
Love it. Love it.
It raised a whole question for me with Shannon talking to her daughters. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I just know the answer. Maybe I don't think anybody should share tights.
I think it's a very personal thing to share a tight.
Yeah. And she's going, pantyhose? Do you know what I mean? She's like, tights, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's underwear. I'm not sharing that with you. I was like, I think that's fine. But
Shannon wears like 16 layers of Spanx. No personal bits are getting anywhere near those tights.
Getting touched. Still, I mean, I think we've talked about how I feel about tights. I don't like tights.
No. Yeah.
But I don't think I would share them with my mum.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I couldn't anyway. I'm like a good 2 foot taller than mine. They won't go past my knees.
She's got them trailing behind her.
She could. It's a whole body glove for her. Like one of the morph suits.
Tie him up at the top and cut some armholes.
Yeah.
Vicky talks about how she has a list of 18 things for her man.
I wasn't mad at any one of those 18 things.
No, and she knew them. She was not bullshitting. She had a fucking list.
I love the fact that have a passport was one.
Yeah. I also love would like a boat, but it's not a deal breaker.
Already divorced, not in the process.
Yes. I'm like, she has learned. She has fucking written it down. That's what makes me think she would be
his own home.
That's what makes me think she'd be a good insurance agent. Because that's all about like risk, isn't it? Like calculating risk. I'm like, she's actually done the work here.
Yeah. I think Vicky is probably an incredible businesswoman.
Yeah.
Because the way that she behaves on TV, and she still built a multi-million-dollar business, means that people take her seriously. And that's a hard balance to strike when you're that person on TV and then you're this person at work. Like, I'm impressed.
I think she's furious at this. She's like, I was meant to be having a good fucking time. I've come back as a friend of.
Yeah.
What's this shit.
Yeah. Why am I here?
So they all go to the party. Emily, brilliant.
Yeah.
Shannon, brilliant.
Yeah. Gina was good too as Emily.
Yeah. The makeup was really good.
Yeah.
And the bum. But Shannon with the tracks of hair extension in, this is perfect. And Gina's all like upset and offended.
Yeah, but that's
like
what I
her
think
worst bit.
That's where it started, right? The beef.
But I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like,
I know. If you had tracks exposed during that time, then you had tracks exposed during that time. Like, you need to handle that yourself.
Laugh it off.
Yeah. Understand this is the situation.
I thought the jacket that Tamara wore was the cleverest bit. Like, and now I can't remember why, but it had like it had witty things on it.
Oh, it had like the Louis Vuitton symbol.
Yeah.
Like a Dolce & Gabbana, and it had like a different,
I thought there was bits that I was like, she's actually somebody has put some thought into that.
Yeah, absolutely. She made an effort.
And she had the champs and everything.
The walk I thought was perfect. The way that
walk
she was toppling around.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. But no money gun, because that's déclassé.
It's déclassé, yeah. Which is true. She should have just been leaking a pile of notes accidentally behind her. They've been personally engraved with her initials.
You probably pinched her own money.
Her children's faces etched into them.
Yeah.
So Vicky comes in and she's like, I'm gonna do a keg stand.
I honestly thought we were going to be making a trip to the dentist.
I kept thinking nose. I was like, nose. Yes, bad, but it was fine. It actually ended up fine.
Yeah. Shockingly.
And then the Shannon of it all just explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
They've all been talking about Shannon.
But they're doing it on camera in a way that is not okay. They're not interested in protecting Shannon. They don't care about
nobody cares
being
about
friends with Shannon and supporting her. They're like, fuck it, let's throw Heather and Shannon under the bus in one conversation, and that's not fair.
It's not, but equally, this is the job, and I think Shannon's like her just like insanity of like, I have never been happy. Oh yeah, that's what happy people say. Like, wait, it sounds great.
Oh yeah, I mean that's exactly what she was doing with David before they split up. So
I just was like, can you hear the sentence back? Like, normal fights that paralyze me. Like, can you hear that? Can you hear them screaming at your friends? Like, it's clearly not fine. Just fess up.
No, I think her reaction to the whole situation is, I saw someone post this on Twitter. So shout out to you. I can't remember who it was, but her reaction screams she's terrified of his reaction. Like, not just normal, he's a private person, so he's not going to want his shit on TV. That is, he is going to
murder me. Absolutely
murder me.
Yeah.
And I'm scared of how that is going to be for me later.
And that's the thing, isn't it? They're all like, everyone, even in their lives, when they're like, we're all concerned about Shannon, they don't say like, oh, I don't want Shannon to be unhappy. They say they're concerned.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very different vibe.
Absolutely different vibe.
Like, I wouldn't say that about my friends breaking up. I'd be like, it's sad. Like, or like, I'm furious, or like, what a waste of their time. But like, the idea that you're just worried about them breaking up is not good.
No, it shouts patronizing and like,
and like, it's such an illusion, isn't it? Like, what are you so concerned about? Like, because it alludes that you're worried about like a physical reaction, or like a revenge reaction of some kind. Yeah,
Strange.
that was it, isn't it? Just descends into that.
Descends into chaos, and then Shannon leaves, and says
And then
not a
she's like
crazy
shouts, she's
person.
like, nobody's gonna come out and see me.
Yeah.
Like,
And
well,
I'm not a crazy person.
Oh yeah, I'm not a crazy person. All great things to shout.
Yeah.
The problem is, it's who said you can't prove you're not crazy? Someone said that.
It's true though.
As soon as someone starts questioning whether you're crazy or not, you're like, well, there's nothing I can say that now doesn't sound crazy.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Crazy? Or even really quietly and really calmly, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Still the same answer, isn't it? Like, sure, that's what someone who's crazy would say.
Really think I'm crazy?
There's nothing crazy about me.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, all right.
Good times.
Yeah. Well, we will not be around next week. I don't think we don't have a recording next week. So
No,
we'll
you're
be
not
back.
here.
No, we'll be back the week after or the week after that. We're not entirely sure yet, but we'll keep you updated. But thanks for listening, and don't forget to do all the fun stuff like rating, commenting, subscribing, leaving us reviews. We love it. Reaching out, saying hi.
Yeah, I've like come back into the world of, you know, having the internet, and I've got all like loads of messages, people sending me stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is exciting. I will get back in touch with everyone now that I'm back.
All right.
It's fun.
Don't
See
take
you all
it
soon.
personally. She doesn't reply to me either.
I've been away. I've been away. I didn't have my phone. I was in the country.
All right. Good night, all.
Night all.